Evening guys, thanks for watching this. A lot of people have asked me for a bit of an update on the current situation. I'm in Netanya in Israel. We can't currently leave at the moment because the airport is closed. You probably all know that, and if you don't, the airport is closed. No aircraft allowed in, no aircraft allowed out. El Al are doing some basic repatriation flights, but the Ministry of Transport, or Ministry of the Interior, whoever it is only allowing 50 passengers per aircraft. Our amazing British government, are suggesting that they are going to do some repatriation flights, but to be perfectly honest, they couldn't take a decision that was sensible to save their lives, but we are on the list. Truthfully, not really bothered about whether we get repatriated or not. Got a couple of things to get back to the UK for, but it's no big deal. The last week has obviously been extremely challenging because Israel has been basically working to decapitate the head of the snake in Iran, who is basically responsible for most of the terrorism that goes on in this particular region via its proxies in Gaza, via Hamas, in Lebanon via Hezbollah, in Syria and various other countries, and of course itself. And basically, anybody, and I really don't want to get political, but it's probably going to, anybody that thinks that diplomacy was going to resolve this situation really needs to go and get a cold shower and understand what's really going on here. Because diplomacy was never going to work and hasn't worked in the last however many years and is not likely to work going forward. Unfortunately, proactive action is the only thing that is going to make countries in this region see sense and come to the table after they've had a slap across the face to ensure that they step in line. I'll remind everybody watching here that may not be familiar with the fact that Israel is the only democratic country in the Middle East, and hardly ever, if ever, has started a conflict. But what it certainly does is it finishes that conflict to protect its citizens, and quite rightly so. This video takes place the night after the cherry was placed on the cake by the Americans, and well done, call it to Donald Trump, who had the courage, sense, whatever, to assist us in finishing the job off in Iran by launching its mother of all bombs, as you'll see written on the side of them, in order to bunker bust and get down to the facilities that are deep underground in Tehran. And anybody also that thinks that those facilities weren't producing nuclear weapons also needs to go and get a cold shower and take their head out of the sand. Diplomacy does not work with most of these nations. They are filled with hatred, they are filled with terror, intent, and they have absolutely no desire whatsoever to come to the table. They do not understand Western values, they don't appreciate Western values, and death to them is something to be glorified. And you cannot, in any way, shape or form, negotiate with these people. And so anybody that thinks that the aggressor here is Israel, whether it be in Gaza, whether it be in Lebanon, whether it be in America, whether it be in Tehran, really needs to take a step back here and look at the track history of how Israel conducts itself. Its armed forces are called the Israeli Defense Force, and they're called that for a reason. They're there to protect and defend the country and its citizens from those that would seem to attack it. And since 1948, they've been attacked numerous times by surrounding states, and thankfully, not one of those states has ever succeeded. Anyway, I've digressed for the last 35, 40 seconds, probably 2 or 3 minutes. There are no prospects at the moment of leaving the country. And although Israel via El Al is repatriating Israeli citizens from outside the country, that's of course their international obligation. It is for the countries of the United Kingdom and tourists or non-residents that are based here to repatriate their citizens back to their respective countries. We're currently on a list with some of our friends here to be considered for repatriation, and that'll happen when it happens. I'd like it to happen preferably before July the 8th, but if it doesn't, who knows. It's quiet here this evening, but The little impetuous games that Tehran plays tend to happen after midnight and before sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. This morning we were woken at 7:30 by a very, very serious missile alert, and I can sort of cope with that because we can get a reasonably decent night's sleep. So we'll see what tonight has to bring. I just want to thank all the people that have been in touch. I have had literally hundreds of messages from people far and wide, all over the world, checking in, checking that we're okay, asking when we're coming back, are we safe, is there anything that I can do for you, tell me what it is that you need doing and I'll do it for you. I really, really, really appreciate it. At the moment we're good, we're okay, and we hope it will remain that way. But at the moment we'll just take it each day as it comes. So thanks for watching, there's your little update. If you've got any questions, feel free to text me. Thanks very much, stay safe out there.